Good evening, Valparaiso. I am Carly Bodinus here with your VUTV weather update. If we look at our future weather headlines, it's going to be a snowy night here in Valparaiso. We're going to have a cold weekend ahead, but it'll warm up next week. If we look at our current temperatures here in Valparaiso, it's about 32 degrees, and in the Chicagoland area we can see that we're averaging about in the 30s, but it's a little bit warmer up in Benton Harbor at 37 degrees. If we look at the wind chills, we can see that in the surrounding area, it cools us down just a little bit. Feels like 21 degrees out there right now here in Valparaiso. Our future temperatures across the states, we see that there's some cold air moving down from Canada out in Billings and in Denver. But if we move into tomorrow afternoon, we could see that it warms up in the south a little bit. Down in Florida and Miami, it's going to be 74 degrees tomorrow, and we can see in Texas it'll warm up a little bit as well. But looking at just our specific area, we can see that tomorrow we're going to be it'll be 29 degrees tomorrow morning and 30s in the surrounding areas. So don't forget that jacket because it'll be a little cold. If we look at tomorrow evening though, and then into Friday morning, we'll see that it's going to get just a little bit colder and we'll be in the 20s. Looking at our future radar, we can see that there is right now some snow around our area. It's a little bit cloudy out there. But going into Thursday evening, we'll see that the clouds and the snow are going to move out of the way. And then as we go into Friday, we're going to see that there's going to be a little bit more, but not as heavy as it is today. Our future snowfall in the Great Lakes region, we can see that there is a lot of snow accumulating around the lakes, and you can see that in areas like Erie and Buffalo, they're going to get a lot of snow, but here in Valparaiso, it's not really a concern. If we zoom in just our specific area, we can see that there's some snow off of the side of Lake Michigan, but again, down here where we are, we're going to be just fine. Looking into our 7-day forecast, we can see that looking through the days, we are going to be in the 30s for the rest of the week. And then if we move into the weekend, we can see that it's going to be cold. Make sure to bring that jacket if you're going out, but the sun should peek through on Sunday. And then throughout the rest of the week into next week, hopefully we warm up into the 40s and it'll be a super fun weekend. Thank you.